What's up, peoples? It's Gendo here, and welcome back to the International Boys. If you are enjoying the series this early on, please do go and drop it a like. And today we're going to be taking on England at home in our second match of our Nations League group. But before we get to that, we took on Sweden just 4 days later after the Portugal match in a friendly. Yes, the same Sweden we could have taken over as manager as one of the opportunities that we had. And we only came away with a 1-1 draw. A very unfortunate 1-1 draw. Switching up the formation as well. We used the 4-2-3-1 this time around because I did have Zivkovic on the bench, and Markovic out there on the right-hand side plays more of a midfielder right or wing-back right. He didn't really have a lot of familiarity in this right attacking mid position, but nonetheless, he was able to get a goal for us. He opened the goal scoring in the 20th minute, putting us on the board, and then 5 minutes from time, goes and gets himself injured, severe enough that he will not be able to play in this session. He was out for 5 to 6 weeks for something, I can't remember, but we had all the possession, we had all the shots, on target, but in the 91st minute, a free kick coming in, bounces off of Sergei's head, and it wasn't going in by any stretch of the imagination. Take a look at this. Going in, Ferguson from about 30 yards out, shoots it. It was going left of the post all the way, but Sergei deflects it with his head, and it just sneaks inside the post, and it ends 1-1. Could have had a win. Should have had a win, to be honest with you, but it ends in a draw, and that doesn't really help our world ranking standings, as we have now dropped from 41st place to 43rd. Yes, I know, a whole 2 points, but still, it's not something that we need to strive for. We should be winning the matches that we should be winning, and against Sweden, we probably should have been winning that one. But we got to turn our attention now to England, and it's the third straight match that I'm going to be playing with this national team. It's also going to be the third straight formation change. Let's show you who I got lining up. And this is honestly going to be taking a few pages out of the book of Formation Man, but we're still going to have the traditional back four because I honestly don't really want to tinker with a 3 or a 5-man back line. So we're going to continue on with a 4-man back line. Of course, Predrag Rajkovic is going to stay in net. The back four this time is going to feature Knizovic on the wing, Babic, and youngster Josimovic as a center backing pair, and Lazar Danilovic out there on the left-hand side. Ahead of that back four, we are of course going to continue having a defensive mid with Sreten Mitrovic, the only real option there. He's the best defensive mid that I have on this national team, so he's going to slot right in there. But then, ahead of that, we're going to start getting a little asymmetric. We're going to have a center mid and a right mid. That center mid is going to be Peter Mitrovic, and out on the right, making his, not really national team debut. For me, it's his debut, Davor Vukosavljevic. I'm pretty sure I butchered that, but he has already had 2 caps for the national team. The 23-year-old is a right winger, both in center and attacking, and he does look pretty damn decent. 17 dribbling, 13 crossing. He's got a lot of pace. So while the midfield seems to be shifting towards the right-hand side, the attacking midfield is going to shift towards the left, as I'm going to have a cam and a left attacking mid. Radovan Stankovic is going to be in that cam position, and Andrej Zivkovic is going to finally get some playtime here in that left attacking mid spot. And then, of course, the main man up front, it's got to be the one and only Luka Jovic. This time I'm going to be playing in a complete forward role because, well, if I'm not going to have a lot of players behind him, I'm not going to have a lot of support, he's got to do a lot, and he's probably going to have to do a lot against England, just trying to get around that defensive line. So that's the lineup we're going to be put forth, and of course we're the home team, but we're not the favorites because we're taking on England, and you would expect England to do as well as they do with the players in the regions that they get 5-10 years on in every single Football Manager game. They're going to be coming out a 4-2-3-1, and you expect to see some of the names 5-10 years on as well. Jack Butland starting in net, Callum Chambers and John Stones on the defense, Will Hughes and Lewis Cook as the starting center mid pair, Woodburn, Ali, Raheem Sterling out there as the attacking mids, and then Blackwell up front. Peter Blackwell, a regen for Spurs with a 19 in finishing. That's going to be a bit tricky. So it's, once again, much like with Portugal, trying to find a way to nullify their offense with our defense, and at the same time try to counterattack and make something work on our end to get a goal. And can we do it? Well, I sure hope so. Otherwise, it's going to be a long day just like with Portugal. So boys, Go out there, show me what you got. Let me see what you got. If we lose to England, it's almost assured that we're going to be out of this division. We'll be relegated to Division B. First highlight, 15 minutes on now. It's been a relatively even match, back and forth, equal possession, equal shots, but what a great little bit there. Didn't miss by much, did Peter Blackwell. 18 minutes on now, another ball up over the top, Dele Alli, great pass into Blackwell, and once again, Blackwell doesn't miss by much, inches over the bar. Corner kick on our end, Zivkovic launching it inside, it's cleared away, but Stankovic gets it back out to Zivkovic, he's decent on that side, takes a chance, but Butland there with the save, our first real decent chance on the attacking side. Dele Alli pushing forward now with England, he does have a couple of Serbians sitting in front of him, a great interception, but it doesn't really matter all that much as now Callum Chambers with the ball, gets it inside, it's still being pinballed around the 18-yard area, falls to Woodburn, good save from Rajkovic right there. Corner kick now for England, Raheem Sterling puts it inside and Ben Woodburn over the top. Corner kick for England, Raheem Sterling puts it inside, Ben Woodburn at the penalty spot to Will Hughes, and what a great save from Rajkovic right there. England just piling on the pressure, they've had all the shots so far this game. So we come to halftime, it's been largely disappointing on both sides, but more so for England because they've taken so many chances and have not scored a goal yet. Defensively, yes, we're holding our own, that's great, but now we need to move the ball from the back to the front and put some chances on net for our side, and it's just we're not doing it. Luka Jovic looking complacent, not doing all that well. Zivkovic, what is wrong with you? He's just been very lackluster out there on the left-hand attacking side. 6'3", he's the weakest player that we got right now. I don't know if I should be making some changes. That's the thing. I don't really have anybody that can play that left attacking mid spot unless I completely change up the formation and just do a mirror flip where it's, the left attacking mid goes down to left mid, right mid goes to right attacking, etc., etc. See, the problem is we're being overrun, and I'm not quite confident I know how to deal with that because, well, I could just yell at my boys all the time saying I'm not liking how you're doing, but that doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things if we don't follow up with this, because right now we're just not doing much of anything. Like I said, we've had equal possession, but we have not had a single shot on net. We haven't had a single shot, period. It's been all England today. I'm actually really surprised that Zivkovic has been this disappointing in the two matches I played him, against Sweden and now against England. It's been extremely disappointing that he has been this bad, and I would not expect him to be this bad, being the former good player, the former decent player that he was in previous Football Managers. I just don't understand it. Right, so what I just said earlier, I'm doing it right now. With 16 minutes left to go, I'm completely switching up. I'm mirroring the formation that I just showed you, where we're just going to call him Vuko, has been moved up to the right attacking mid spot. Zivkovic's position moved down to left attacking mid. Danilovic has moved up there. Subbed on, we got Pavlovic, Nastasic, and Nenad Bozanac. All three subs coming in within the last 16 minutes of this match. Can we get this done with these fresh legs coming on? I hope so. At the very least, come away with a draw. Be a little bit competitive with these guys. Sterling pushing it forward. Blackwell back to Sterling, back to Blackwell. This passing between these two is absolutely amazing. And Rajkovic making the save first time, but it falls right back to Blackwell. And England finally crash through and get themselves into the lead. Look at this defense playing swarm ball. Yeah, great save from Rajkovic first time, but it falls right back to Blackwell. The defense, like I said, you saw them all swarming around them. Of course, they're not going to do anything, even when the ball's 2 feet in front of them. That is a real downer. We could still get something here. Still 2 minutes left to go in this match. We could still push forward. Another corner. Pavlovic takes a shot, but Vuko's offside. Goddamn. I can't say we were doing well. We were coping with England throughout the entirety of this match. Just hoping and praying that they would not score a goal. And, well, we did our job for 80 minutes. And then they broke through because the defense just didn't know who to mark and didn't know who to go after. And with that said, I really don't want to talk to my guys right now because they've been absolutely poor. With that said, with that loss, it is pretty much near impossible for us to get out of this group now. The only way we could do it is to win both of our games, and that is exactly what we're going to be doing in the next episode. It's going to be a 2-match special where we're going to be taking on Portugal and England, of course. That's to round out this group and to actually put closure on, are we going to stay in our group, stay up in this group, or will we get ourselves relegated down to Division B? So that's exactly what we're going to be doing next time. We got ourselves a friendly versus Latvia, which I might once again change up the formation, who knows, but I'm just in test mode right now. I have no idea what type of formation works well with this team whatsoever. So I'll play Latvia off screen, but in the next episode, come back, Portugal and England. So that's going to do it for this episode. Another episode and another disappointment. I have a feeling this is going to go on for a while until I turn it around or I get sacked. We shall wait and see. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please do go and drop it a like, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And if you want to leave a comment below on the episode or the series as a whole, please go and do so in the comment box below. As always, guys, I've been Gendo, and you've been awesome. See you next time. Take care. Peace out.